Hi, this is Joan from Juniper Berry Soaps here, and welcoming you to another cutting of a variety of soaps. It's around the holidays, it's after the holidays right now. It's January 8th. My inventory was getting low, and so I don't know what happened, but last night I knocked out 9 small loaves of soap. So the first soap that I have is a tea soap. I was very inspired by the explorations of Mrs. Soap and Clay. She had a recent series on tea soaps where she used black tea, herbal tea. This one is made out of cardamom black tea. And the fragrance, I did use a fragrance oil for this, is white tea and ginger fragrance. There's a couple other people who have this fragrance, but I've used this brand, Brambleberry, for this particular loaf. It is really, the cardamom tea smelled great. It was this was like my most daring experiment for a while. So I made the black tea. I seeped the tea in a like a tea ball, a lot of it, and then I added the lye crystals to the tea, and oh my god, it just exploded right out of the pitcher. I was like, whoa. And then, because I'm a glutton for punishment, I decided to put agave syrup. So I knew it was going to cause the soap to overheat, but I was like, what the heck. So, and on top of it, I did a diagonal like pour. And then it went whoosh again. So it was doing some really interesting things. And of course then I noticed a crack while it was starting to set up. So I had to throw it in the freezer. But all in all, it came out. It does have a crack. And it does have, when I was blopping on the swirled half of the diagonal design, you know, there's air pockets. But, you know, I think it's going to be a beautiful bar of soap nonetheless. So we're going to cut it right now. Because there's this beautiful cardamom black tea, I'm going to just put it on its side and cut it like this. And because I don't want to drag the little tea leaves through the soap and get little drag marks. So let me just... So far, cross my fingers, none of the wires have gone on this particular cutter, and if it does, I have no idea how I would replace this, because I think the wire is threaded in and out and in and out. It would probably take me a long time to figure that out. And I don't think I even have extra wires this long. So here's crossing, here's hoping for the best and crossing our fingers. And this is about 24 hours. Later we're cutting the soap, so I use a recipe that does have butters. So at least 2 different types of butters. Oh wow. There is air pockets on one side, but it's very interesting. Swirls and then a solid diagonal. It's not a perfect diagonal, kind of more of a wave, but the smell is fantastic. I'm very curious as to what the agave syrup, basically the sugar, is going to do to this lather on this bar of soap. Here's another one. That's very pretty. Like here's a little air pockets on the side, but you know what? I don't mind it. I don't mind it. It's got a lot of stuff going on. It has a little swirl. It's got tea sprinkled over it. So there's a lot of stuff going on. And this is a great bar for men, women, for everybody. Oh, I just saw some tea kind of seeping out. Wow. So this is a very wet bar of soap right now. I think probably it was because I froze it. It was going through gel phase. You could see kind of like a darker color on the inside, and then it went almost to the edges. Oh, you could really see it here. There's like an interesting circle. I don't know if you can see that. There's like a little circle. Oh, here it is. A little circle. It's strange. I think that's where the gel phase stopped when I noticed that the soap was overheating from the sugar. So, lovely scent. I'm making bars of soap that are not, I did used to make a lot of high tops, but I just kind of, at my last farmer's market, I just kept hearing, oh, it's too pretty to use, it's too pretty to use. I wouldn't use that bar soap because it's just too pretty to use. Well, I want people to use the bars of soap so that they can buy some more. So I was like, I don't know. And the high tops are not selling, no matter how interesting I thought the designs were, they were not selling as well as just a regular bar of soap, pretty bar that might have some really interesting, performing ingredients. So I think this year I might put a little bit more emphasis on that, because I really am sick and tired of hearing, oh, it's just too pretty a bar to use, and I don't want to create bars of soap that are going to just sit around on a bathroom sink counter or in a dish and never get used. So I want you to use the bars of soap that I make. I think the other part of my frustration with that argument was there were so many good things that were going on in the soap, ingredient wise, that were kind of trumped by the design, and how cute the picture was or the clever the idea was. That totally got overlooked. The fact that I use shea butter, cocoa butter, beautiful oils that are good for your skin, all of that kind of got overlooked, and I was like, hey, these are actually quite good to use on your skin, as well as looking really cute. So we're just going to, put the emphasis on perhaps a little bit simpler design, not so many of these high top soaps, and maybe on like research on how good the ingredients are for your skin,